Alright, so today I did not take any trades today. My Thinkorswim platform was acting up. I think it was acting up for many people. Um, don't know why. Actually, I never looked it up. Was TOS down today? Uh, so some people were having some issues and we weren't able to like log into our platform. So didn't take any trades on the computer. So today we didn't have any major news. We did have a 1 o'clock news that I saw on Forex Factory that did catch my attention. Is this one here, this 10-year bond. So we'll see how price reacted around this time frame, 1:01 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then also what I saw. So we open up here on TOS and we push down. Let me make this into extended. So we have the overnight session. Okay. So price came here and it looked like we wanted to sell off. NQ was selling off at the beginning, and ES was selling off also. No, NQ was the NQ was going up at the beginning, and ES was going down. And then ES found a level here and bounced. Well, found some interest of buyers here, and then moved up. So if we go into the 5-minute, we can see that we had some strong volume down into this level. Price came back up, down, and then started moving up above whatever volume that we had here at 9:45. All right. So when I was looking at this, I noticed that on the 1-minute chart, we had some high volume above 10,000. I think it was at 14,000 around that time. So I'll pull this up. Here, 15,000 around this time, and then price came above it, and that caught the interest that I saw on my other computer that TOS was running on. On this one, TOS wasn't running. This is the one I trade off of. So I just kept flipping between the channels, between the charts, and I noticed that this was happening. I noticed a volume first. After noticing a volume, I looked at to see where we were, and since we pushed down here and we're climbing up, I looked for an entry at the break of this channel. So I had a downward channel about like this here, all right? And then once price broke above it, I was interested in buying, and then this is what this was like my mock entry that I created, risking about 3 points to make about 6, and hopefully to make up to this level here if price was moving fast enough. First would be price did get up there. First would be to clear this. So this is about 3 minus 18, about 15 points, and then at the end of the day we reached here, right? So so this would have been a nice trade that just kept on the direction of I wanted it to be in. And let's see what initial balance looked like around this time frame. And then what was good about this trade also was that NQ was bouncing off of this level. So we had buyers on this level here. So this 930 going into 10. So people were definitely interested. And then after that, we had price come back down to this level and then moved up higher. And NQ, ES, we kind of had the similar thing, right? So this is a bullish engulfing, price came down to it and moved higher. So let's look at what initial balance looked like to see how price played around that. So here goes initial balance. So price kind of held initial balance. We can probably get rid of some of these levels here just to like clear up some of the noise, because we didn't really use these levels too much. Kind of just chopped around it and then broke out of it. So really and truly, the first level would have been here because that's where price sold off at, and the next level would be here, as per Heikin Ashi and as per this price movement. As we can see, price dropped off, and here, so these will be our main levels, and you can see price continue to respect these levels as the end of the day came. So that was the one trade idea that I saw. Now to see how price moved around that 1 o'clock session, we can see if we're using initial balance, that's an emergency thing. If we're using initial balance, you can see that when we came to that 1 o'clock time frame here, price jumped off of the high of initial balance and also VWAP, and keeping this area important. So let's reverse engineer some of this price movement. I want to see what this looks like. This candle looks like under Heikin Ashi for NQ, because it has an indicator of being a bullish engulfing candle for me. So let's make this large and let's get an idea of what it looked like. So we're going to Heikin Ashi. We can see that our area of interest would start down here with this, so we just needed to not come below this area here, right? So we just needed to really hold this area. Would like for price to come down much lower, but this would be our area of interest. So we have our candle, our volume candle, high bar, price pushed up, and then price pushed up again. And let's see what these two candles look like. These should be two smaller candles, or at least this second one should be a smaller candle with price coming back down to it. And yep, we got a smaller candle, price came back down to it and bounce. And now that we have that and price coming down to it, we're going to the 5-minute. We got some nice volume into that area. Alright, we probably just draw like a channel, something like this. Alright, that's one example. So it look like something like this. Alright, it's a pretty rough channel, but mine would probably be a little steeper, something like that. Alright, let's push this over, bring this out like this. Let's see if we can open this up. Yeah, so like this would be more so my channel. And looking for the channel break by here. Stop loss below this strong volume. And then we'll look for our 2 to 1. So price came down, held, moved up, hit our 2 to 1. Probably could take a full exit here, move our stop loss to break even, and then let price grind. And let's go into the 1 minute to see if this gave us anything else. So the 1 minute had a better channel idea. Price pushed down and then broke out. So could have entered in this candle here on NQ. I don't trade NQ. Price came down and then pushed up very nicely to get your 2 to 1, risking about on NQ 25 points to make about 50 points. And now, how much is NQ micro? I know ES micro is 5 points, but I'm not sure how much is NQ. NQ tick value. Let's see here. So it's $2. So $2 a point, and this is what, about 25 points. Let's just call it 26. So how would I do that? I usually trade. I would probably trade. This looks like it would be more of a 1 ES or 2 ES contract. So 2 times 25, that's about 50 times 2, it's about 100. So 25 times 3 will be 150. With a reverse, I usually reverse 300, so 2 times times 6 would be that, and then times 2 would be the goal, right? So it would be like 6 micros, but I don't since I don't trade um, NQ because I haven't mastered the tick value yet. I'm only trading ES. So this would have been a nice NQ trade. So let's look at ES and what ES did around that 1 o'clock session. So here is the 1 o'clock candle. Price came down. Let's look at on NQ. What were we looking at on NQ? And then we'll see how VIX fits into all of this. So NQ, we're looking at this candle because it had the engulfing indicator on it. That's why we're looking at that candle. This one, nothing came up for it. So, oh wow, yeah, that's why this would have worked out even well. See, VIX had that nice push, this nice rejection. Yeah, that's why that morning thing really worked out. This would have really caught my interest. And yeah, okay, so let's go back to here. 11 minutes. All right, so price came down to this level. I'm not sure what to look for here yet. Nothing is popping out at me, nothing volume wise. So let's go into the 1 minute and then zoom out to see if we have anything that sticks out. This is way up, this is way down here, and then we have our news. So I guess the news candle, no, we didn't have any news. This is the opening high volume. So I would have to really be aware that we are inside of this volume. So I'm not sure if I would have taken anything here, maybe with this volume, maybe. I also have this one I'm facing. This is the highest volume, so we're just going from volume to volume to make sure we can figure this out. So I'd probably do something like this. Let's push this out like that. So this is what we might be working with. And then let's go back into the 30-minute and see if there's anything that helps coincide with this. Okay, we have this high volume over here, but we're still inside of it. This would have told me that maybe price needs to go down. This by itself, not looking at VIX, but this by itself would tell me that maybe price needs to go down. Alright, so boom, probably could have taken this, but I would have really ran into problems with the opening area not really holding, because I would look for price to come down here. So I would have really been looking for price to come back and retest this area. This is 47, this is 46. So price holding this, I probably would have moved my stop loss or exited this trade early. I shouldn't be letting this trade come back and rejecting back up. So this is just looking at VIX. I'm just looking at ES. So for ES, for that time frame, let's remove some of this. So this would have been where I look for an entry. So we have this strong volume up and then price coming back down. So I would have to look for a channel inside of this. So this is just the idea of the channel. Let's go into the 1 minute. So this looks like it has a better setup happening. Let's go into the 1 minute here. Boom. Right, so we would have to work with this. So strong volume, price consolidated, push down, and then entry here, stop loss here like always. And what is this? This is about 3 points. And then from here up, push back, and we'll be aiming for this high here. So this will take about 49 minutes to get these 16 points, and then price eventually ended up moving higher into value area high for about 24 points. And did we even move higher than that? Yes, we did. We moved here at the end of day for about 29 points. So we did have some nice setups. No, two. We had two setups. One, maybe three, if I was able to catch that pullback here. But I didn't have anything here to really catch my attention. But on that news, we did have this. This is another potential setup. Let's push up. Price holding this level. Enter after this. Throw in the channel here. Let's go into the 5 minute. Yeah, price is really holding this area. Let's go into the 5 minute chart, which would be this here. So kind of like the same thing, just entering at a higher level. So go down to the 1 minute. So yes, would have been about the same entry. I'll probably just end up adjusting it just like this. And this is 1327. Let's go into the 30 minute real quick. 1327. This is the 15 minute. Oh, it's because I switched charts. I switched charts. Yeah. Okay. So this is 13. So after which this kind of closes, and then look for that entry right away. So going to 13. Anything after 1330. So here. So I may have entered that one a little earlier, or right here. All right. Enter at this candle, but stop loss would have been here, so it would have been a lot more of a risk. So about a 5-point risk versus that 3-point risk. So we need a 10-point reward for that one, which we still would have gotten, just taking a little longer. About 34 minutes for a 2-to-1, and then 2 or 3-to-1, and then 4-to-1. So this would have been the more passive way versus the aggressive way of doing it right after news, because we jumped across, jumped above. Price has been holding this whole area the whole time. If I did enter down here, I could have put my stop loss down here. It would have been about the same risk parameter, about 5 points, and then just alright, because I had this a little tighter like that, like this, yeah, so something like that. Okay, and then above that, and then just track price up. So this is Tuesday's price action. VIX gave us the confirmation as well as NQ for price to move potentially higher. Once NQ ES was accepting this level here above, I looked for that entry there, track price up for a good amount of price, action. 23 points. I believe may have been a little higher. Just a recap. Here about 19 points, so it was a little higher of an entry. So right above that, NQ was respecting this level that I had up here. Push that down. This is a nice pullback into this around 12 noon into the 1 o'clock push down, and then we're finishing up right here. And price basically kept going with ES while VIX started looking for its return. So that's it for today for my recap. 19 minutes into that, and then tomorrow I'm going to set up my charts like I did today, and start the process all over again. Tomorrow is FOMC, so I don't know if I will be trading this. It might be a more of a quiet day. I may look for trades before the market open or right after the market open, and then just sitting back for the entire day and not touching the charts. So probably around 11:30 noon, probably just not touch it because I think Powell is actually speaking at 2:30. And then tomorrow and Friday, I mean Thursdays and Fridays, we'll look for some price action that fits our setups. All right, that's it for today.